Hold on tight, fight fans. We're bringing you the biggest stories in MMA, straight to your screens. First up, a heavyweight battle that shocked the world at UFC Vegas 116. Ryan Spann, after a move up in weight, delivered a stunning walk-off knockout against the decorated BJJ star, Marcus Buchecha Almeida. It was a moment of pure power and precision, earning Spann a massive $100,000 performance bonus.
Never run out of battery again with the INIU portable charger, the slimmest 10,000 mAh power bank that keeps your devices charged on the go. Stay powered up wherever you go. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
But the excitement didn't stop there. UFC Fight Night 274 saw Aljamain Sterling continue his quest for a second UFC championship after a unanimous decision victory over Youssef Zalal. Sterling, a former bantamweight champion, is now setting his sights on 145 pounds, but faces stiff competition from the likes of Alexander Volkanovski and Movsar Evloev. Can the Funkmaster make the jump and claim another title? Now, get this, Carlos Ulberg, the light heavyweight champion, is defying all expectations. After a miraculous performance at UFC 327, overcoming a torn ACL to defeat Jiří Procházka, Ulberg is recovering at an unbelievable pace. Doctors are stunned, timelines are being rewritten, and an interim title might just be on the horizon. How quickly can he return to the octagon? And finally, a story that's got everyone talking. UFC CEO Dana White was in Washington, D.C. for the White House Correspondents Dinner when chaos erupted. A disturbing incident unfolded, and White's reaction has sparked major controversy. It was a night of unexpected drama, and we've got all the details. Don't miss a beat, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and stay locked in for all the latest MMA news and updates. UFC Vegas 116, while initially met with skepticism, delivered several standout performances, earning fighters significant bonuses. Aljamain Sterling secured a decision victory in the main event, but it was Ryan Spann and Jackson McVeigh who claimed performance of the night honors, each pocketing $50,000. Spann delivered a stunning second-round knockout of Marcus Buchecha Almeida with a decisive two-punch combination, marking his second heavyweight win after moving up from light heavyweight. McVeigh, meanwhile, secured his first UFC victory by submitting Cedric Dumas. The fight of the night bonus, also worth $50,000, went to veterans Davy Grant and newcomer Adrian Luna Martinelli for their thrilling contest, with the 40-year-old Grant emerging victorious. Notably, stoppages were scarce on the card, limiting finishing bonuses to Spann and McVeigh's performances. Each of the four bonus winners received a $50,000 reward for their efforts. Aljamain Sterling secured a unanimous decision victory over Youssef Zalal at UFC Fight Night 274, bolstering his pursuit of a second UFC championship. The win moves Sterling to 26-5 overall and 18-5 in the UFC, marking his second victory in 3 fights since transitioning to the featherweight division. Having previously reigned as bantamweight champion with 3 successful title defenses, Sterling aims to become one of only 10 fighters in UFC history to win titles in 2 weight classes. However, his path to a title shot at 145 pounds is crowded. Current champion Alexander Volkanovski is leaning towards a defense against undefeated contender Movsar Evloev, who previously defeated Sterling in December 2024. Gene Silva is also actively campaigning for a title opportunity, while Arman Tsarukyan has hinted at a potential weight class drop. While Sterling's performance against Zalal wasn't decisive enough to immediately jump to the front of the line, a fight against Silva appears to be the most logical next step, serving as a high-profile eliminator bout. A potential matchup with Yair Rodriguez also exists, though Rodriguez hasn't competed in over a year. Ultimately, Sterling vs. Silva is emerging as the fight to make within the featherweight division. Carlos Ulberg's stunning victory over Jiří Procházka at UFC 327 was overshadowed by a shocking revelation. Ulberg fought, and won, with a torn ACL. The New Zealander's resilience immediately sparked debate about the light heavyweight division's future and the possibility of an interim title. Now, Ulberg has offered an optimistic update on his recovery, suggesting a return to the octagon far sooner than expected. Initial projections estimated a 6 to 8 month rehabilitation period, but Ulberg reports rapid progress just 1 week post-surgery. He stated that doctors are pleased with the healing process and a good formula is in place. This timeline is remarkable, as ACL recoveries for elite athletes, especially in combat sports, typically exceed 9 months. Fighters like Dominic Cruz, Gegard Mousasi, and Conor McGregor all faced over a year on the sidelines after similar injuries. Ulberg's accelerated recovery could significantly impact the UFC's plans, potentially negating the need for an interim champion. A return within 8 months would set a new standard for ACL recovery in the UFC and cement Ulberg's place as a truly exceptional athlete. UFC CEO Dana White experienced a chaotic scene at the White House Correspondents Dinner in Washington, D.C. on Saturday night. The event was disrupted by an active threat, identified as 31-year-old Cole Thomas Allen, causing a sudden commotion as guests dined. White, who was attending with Paramount Plus and Skydance executives, described a scene of overturned tables and individuals yelling for everyone to get down, though he notably remained standing, calling the experience F***awesome. He and his group were seated near the presidential table and briefly feared the shooter was in their vicinity. They safely exited the Washington Hilton around 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The incident occurred as UFC Vegas 116 was concluding, a fight night largely criticized for its string of closely contested decisions. 11 of 13 fights were decided by split or unanimous decision. White's enthusiastic reaction to the dinner's disruption has drawn both criticism and praise. The UFC is now evaluating security measures for its upcoming event on the South Lawn of the White House on June 14th. White has remained largely silent since leaving the venue and is expected to address the situation only if questioned at a future press conference. The UFC's next event is scheduled for May in Perth, Australia, marking the first time Australian audiences will be able to watch the fights during primetime.